I still haven't been let down by Naughty Dog on a single game. Every single one of their titles that they've.
I haven't been let down, but I kind of,
They're
I've
playing
said
it
for
safe?
years, I want another Jack game.
Yeah. I need Jak And Daxter.
I need it!
You know, like, man.
Yeah,
They're just waiting for the right opportunity to.
No, to be honest, I don't even think they're waiting. I don't even think it's on their minds. They're like, well, we had our time with Jack.
I mean, little orange fucking thing.
Next.
I haven't moved on, okay? I want more!
Children
But
again.
I know what you mean. I want, when I have kids and they become gamers, because they will become gamers, I want to have games like Ratchet and Clank and Jak And Daxter there for my kids.
Too much
You know what I
mature
mean?
shit at the moment.
Yeah, there's too
And
much.
I don't want to like go all the games on the Xbone and the PS4. They're too adult for my little
They're
Jimmy.
too real life.
And and so I'm gonna make it so they only play Nintendo games. Because let's face it, Nintendo have kept with the same IPs for fucking. So
It's reliability, bro.
I'm not a fan of Nintendo, but like I don't know, with the whole Wii and all the freaking 2DS, even though it is for kids and shit. Like I want my kid to have a Jak. I want them to have a Ratchet and Clank, a Sly Cooper, or whatever. I want them to have that kind of games, and it's like, hey, here's Mario. I used to play that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
it's like
about this.
it's not that cool.
I played
the
Mario.
kids games that are out are way too kids. You know what I mean? They're like toddler.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say,
Skylanders.
They've gone the two extremes.
They've got there's no middle ground. There's no 9 to 10 year
You
olds.
think about Jak And Daxter, there was swearing in that game. It's cartoon graphics, but it's still
but
you're killing people
It was a
and you're
teenagers game.
you're
It was
hijacking cars and
It was
stuff.
like from
it really was.
from 12 to like 15.
Yeah.
It felt like the gateway drug to GTA. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of is.
It's a gateway drug to GTA.
It
That
kind
makes
of
a
is.
lot of
I'd agree
sense
with that.
actually.
I'd agree with
Dude,
that.
I always thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Something as well that I miss is when again another great idea from Naughty Dog was you take Jak 1 and that was a massive hit, and then they literally just went
Bigger.
there, like they took a complete different path on Jak 2, and that was like
Awesome.
but they did it right. They did it
they
right,
did
and
it right.
games don't do
I mean,
that anymore.
you know how
it's just the
I think
repeat.
I've said this before, but
We talked about it once.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you and me talked about it. But like usually, everyone loves the original game. For
And the
example,
second
Jak
isn't-
and Daxter, and the second
Isn't as
is
good.
usually it's not as good. They changed too many things, and I mean that was Jak 2. Jak Renegade or whatever. It was way different from number 1.
But
It's
it's
so
good,
different.
It still had.
But people freaking
No.
loved it.
It was perfectly
critically
done.
acclaimed and all that kind of thing. I guess because it made sense. But like games that do that now
Oh shit.
are just people just rip into it.
No, because I think it's because they don't do it right.
Yeah,
I think
I
they
mean,
do
it
it,
is.
but they
But
try
like
to
you
keep
can't
the same
say
game,
that for
you know
many
what I mean?
games. Like the sequel, completely different. Like the dramatic change from Jak and Daxter to Jak Renegade. Like it was just people still loved it, and that just doesn't happen now.
I think there's 3 things which occurred there. A, it was what people were getting into. They released that game perfectly. They released it because they realized their audience was growing up, and when you grow up, you get more mature.
They matured a lot in a year.
Yeah.
Oh well, hey,
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Naughty
Like,
Dog.
you grow quick
Every
when you're
game they
young.
release has just been a mature, like development of their company. It's
Oh.
like from Jak to freaking Last of Us.
Well, Crash
Those are
Bandicoot to
huge,
Jak
like different
to Last of
spectrums.
Us.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot, man.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
Started at the bottom,
To
now we.
freaking-
Yeah. Started at the bottom.
Sorry,
now
I
the whole
couldn't.
team.
I couldn't help.
Put the music.
No,
in.
let Prateik finish.
But
He's
my-
right. He's right.
But my point is that was like what people were getting into, though. It was done perfectly. Secondly, though, the voice acting, the performance, the atmosphere, the immersion, perfectly. It was done so well. And my last thing is the story. It was written perfectly.
It was like-
That game, when I was that young and I realized that, fucking spoiler alert, that the metalhead leader was Korn, you were with me.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's freaking amazing.
Yeah. It still felt like Jak game as well.
Yeah.
3
it
days
still
later.
felt like a Jak and Daxter
Yeah.
game. And like, I guess because Jak and Daxter or Jak 2, it was so good. Even if you were like a die-hard fan of the original, it's like, oh, I just wish they stuck to. I mean, not that anyone ever did that, but it was just such a good game. You couldn't hate it.
Yeah.
You were just like, I got dark powers now. Like, I don't need freaking red, yellow, and all those kind of ecos.
That's right. They just replaced them all with like something better.
And it's like, now I got guns as well. That's my fucking eco.
Red ego punches. I'll just shoot you in the face.
With also with one thing about Jak was because they talked about this. I saw what they were doing. They said that with the first Jak, their thing was platforming, moving around, and with Jak 2, when you play it, it's all there.
Yeah.
The thing is, they had such a broad thing. They had this really broad base, and they built a freaking monopoly on it. And now what I'm really disappointed though is what's happened to Jak, and which makes the fall of, I have to go into this, Ratchet and Clank even more tragic. Because as kids...
Well, yeah, I'm glad they didn't do Ratchet and Clank and just keep making games. But like, I do want to...
No, they do keep making...
They do.
That's what you're saying.
That's actually
Jak ended, and we were disappointed about that. We were upset about it, but now it's time to come back. Whereas Ratchet and Clank did the opposite, but it was horrible. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe this one will work.
Yeah, exactly.
They're in the future now.
Because in Jak Future, because Ratchet and Clank 3, I've played that game 87 times. And
yeah, that's an exaggeration, but sure.
No, you can see.
No, I played it 3 times myself, and I really didn't like it that much. So it's probably quite likely.
Okay.
With me.
But the multiplayer was me.
Yeah, the multiplayer was awesome.
The thing though with Ratchet and Clank though is that they went okay, we did this, this, and this, and then all of a sudden they're like we want to do this, this, and this. We want to bring back the old school feeling, but we won't develop. And also the story, they're like, this is why you don't see a long back in all of the other games. And I was just thinking that like I saw one at number 2.
Yeah.
There's blatant plot holes. Shit doesn't make sense. Oh, Clank has a father. I'm like, I saw Clank get created in number 1 from a giant ass machine. What the fuck do you mean he has a father?